Yo, what up, Croc City? What up, Africa? What up, Nigeria? What up, world? I go by the name Sugar Daddy Joe B, your favorite sugar daddy, you know what I'm saying? And Siba, I have this special person in the studio with me today. You know, when I saw him, I was like, God, can I please clean your shoe, please? He's very special. Like, I don't know. He has the best lyrics I've heard so far, man. Like, I'm very serious about it. He goes by the name, the one and only, the one with the most incredible tongue, like the most accurate, you know what I'm saying? He goes by the name Terry the Rapman.
Intro, I don't even know what to say again. That was too powerful.
You're welcome, sir.
I'm telling you, at that point, I was like, okay, yo, is it me out there talking about?
It's you.
Yes,
like
sir.
he actually, like, you actually have the best lyrics I've listened to, you know, understand? I'm very serious about it. And then your songs, man. So when I heard
Appreciate it, man.
Terry is coming to Burnout show, I was like, God, even if I did and I go fly come back today, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Okay, so sir, you are welcome once more. Like, we love you.
Yeah.
We love your music. And today we are going to do something very different. You know, before I was just going to ask you my own questions, but we want to hear from your fans, because a lot of people
Fair
want
enough.
to, a lot of people want to know about Terry the Rapman.
Yeah.
Like your name, Terry the Rapman. It's going to blow your minds today, I'm telling you. Okay, so the first question is from Retro Trooper. He says, what really inspired for the Culture album?
Yeah, everybody has been a day one fan of Terry the Rapman, knows about my relationship with Ferocious.
Okay.
Now, first of all, what binds us as friends was Kaduna, Cross City. We both grew up, were born and raised in Kaduna, and we were family friends before we even found out that we both had, like, you know, skills for rapping, you know, and we did a couple of collabos together. You know, he was on KD World, I was in Payback Time in Abuja at that time, but we all had that history. You know, we were friends before then, and in recent times, people were just looking for, fans kept asking for, when you and Terry, you and Ferocious going to do something together? Like, when are you guys going to have that joint album? You know, because they know our history together. Yeah. So I just looked at it, and Ferocious has transcended into a hip hop producer, not just a rapper. You know, so since he produces too as well, I was like, okay, let's do a joint album together, Terry the Rapman and Ferocious. And what binds us together is Croc City, KD. Let's come together. That's why we called it For the Culture. And it was basically like, okay, and For the Culture is like a hip hop term for holding it down for your community, your society, or holding out for the bros. You know how to say, man, do it for the culture, do it for the culture. Yeah.
For the
So they
culture.
kept and they kept saying that. I mean, a lot of messages I got. They kept saying, do it for the culture, do it for hip hop culture, do it for. So we're like, okay, call it For the Culture. So what we did was we got a couple of producers that, you know, sent in beats, but 70% of the album was done by Ferocious.
Wow.
You know, and we tried to put a couple of artists on. You know, there's a song called Graffiti, which was like a KD anthem. Morpheus Rhymes featuring DIA, Kevin Words, myself, and Ferocious. You know, and it was crazy. You know, we put it on the album. I put on acts like Zora. You know, she's in KD. She's not KD based, but she's schooled in KD. A female rapper, you know.
Okay.
Basically, it was just me and Ferocious just experimenting on an album, and people loved it. So we just thank God that it did well. And right now we're looking at, before the end of the year, doing a tour.
Okay.
A tour was started with Kaduna, where, you know, they say charity begins at home.
At home.
So we're gonna start it from where we started day one, where our day one fans, the people that made us who we were before we went to Abuja and then Lagos. You know, it's always good to just bring it back home. Like how Kanye West went back to Chicago before he brought out Jesus is King. You know, Chi-Town is always where they knew Kanye West first before the whole world knew. So we did the same thing. We're coming back home and giving back to the community and putting new acts on, because since I came back, I've been hearing a lot of acts it's been amazing. I just realized since we left, like a lot of people have been holding it down in our absence and all that. So we're putting them on and everything starting December. So that's basically what the whole For the Culture movement is about.
So what you're trying to say now is
yeah,
the For the Culture album is just for your fans, right?
it was a fan album actually.
Wow.
You know,
Okay.
while we've been working on our solo albums, my
Okay.
album, I've been working on my solo album as Ferocious is too. So we just wanted to drop something to just whet their appetite because people couldn't wait. They be asking me this for like past 5 years.
Wow, 5 years.
How that deep, yeah. Fans that have known us in Kaduna, like why you guys need to bring it back home and everything, and hence For the Culture album.
So For the Culture album, is it your own way of giving back to Kaduna, giving back to your community?
Yeah, like I said earlier, it was for Kaduna first.
Sure.
Then through from Kaduna we are pushing it out into the world.
Sure.
You know, it's on iTunes, it's on Apple, it's on Spotify. So people are now hearing this all over the world, and in the music we're telling them where the roots started from.
Sure.
Kaduna State, you know. So they let them know that okay, hip hop is really still strong up north and everything, and this is where it actually started from.
Sure.
You know, KD, Jos, now Bauchi, we have Kanu. You know, the hip hop scene is getting crazy in the north, and we felt this is our own little way of, putting the spotlight on northern hip hop. Yeah.
Okay. So Berry P official is asking, what do you have to say about the KD music industry in terms of growth and competition?
Like I said before, we were out of Kaduna for a very, very long time.
Sure.
And I came back, I won't lie, it was actually this year that I've been back to KD, and I've stayed, this is the longest I've stayed in KD. You know, I've been here for like a month, working on my album actually. And in between that time, I'm already hearing rappers are already doing diss tracks. You know, there's this guy that came out, NEJ, he says the best rapper in KD. You know, he fired shots at Jock Millie. You know, Kel Cypher is doing his thing. DIA, Kevin Words, Nifty Boy, DJ Sinch. People are just doing, they love rappers now, holding it down for hip hop. And Up North Records is up here now doing their thing, pushing a lot of artists. Shout out to Classic, even though it's not KD based, but it comes to KD a lot to do a couple of shows.
Sure.
And what I'm just saying basically is like, at that time when we were doing music in KD, the KD entertainment scene was not this big. We were just like this small drop in the ocean, just doing our thing. And what made us realize we were big was when we were getting a lot of magazine articles. That time, Hip Hop World magazine, which was like the holy grail for hip hop that time. Whenever they do an article on you, you know that you have blown in Lagos. They did like a column on, us KD rappers, and this was as far back as 2000. Wow. And I felt wow. If people are beginning to notice the scene as early as that time. Now look at how far we've gone. Rome wasn't built in a day.
Sure.
I know we've not gotten to where we're supposed to be, but even Lagos took a while before they got to where the entertainment industry is.
Sure.
So I've seen a lot of promising acts, not just hip hop, even singing and everything. Everybody's doing their own thing, and we feel this is the best time to come back and now empower a lot of KD artists.
Sure. Okay, so the next question is from C-Max Yaro Moody. He said, what are we expecting from you next? Do you have anything cooking, anything coming up?
Yeah, I'm working on an album right now, as I've been in Kaduna for, like I said, for like a month now, and I've been recording an album, and this album is my 4th studio album since my whole career started.
Wow.
And what makes this album so special is because it's been, brace for it, 20 years since Terry the Rapman has been on the scene. We're talking about since the year 2000. and in 2020 it's gonna be 20-year anniversary. Terry the Rapman, and it's so apt that wow, it's just like you're doing your birthday, your career birthday. You understand?
Sure.
And now you're taking it back home, which is really a very historical moment for me, because this is where I started from. This is where my first fans, let's just say the first 5 guys that believed in Terry the Rapman and started following me to all the shows, you know, and all that, supporting me, and then it grew from there and everything. Before I went to Abuja and then Lagos. So I'm so happy that I have a couple of KD acts, new KD acts on the album, you know, and I'm working with a couple of KD producers as well, you know. I already have some songs with Lagos artists on the album, you know, Olamide, Brackets. I can't remember everybody off the head right now, but the album is like 80% done, and when it comes out, a lot of people are gonna know it's more like KD to the world.
Outro.
Yeah, so, and apart from the album, we are working on the tour, for the culture tour, myself and Ferocious, where we are starting with Kaduna, Kafanchan, then Bauchi, Abuja, and Jos. It's going to be a northern tour, and it's still in the light of giving it back to the place that actually made us big and all that. You know? And other than that, I'm working on a documentary which is about my life, you know, how I started in KD. So I've been doing a lot of documenting of like where I actually grew up was in Agwandosa. It was a place called Agwandosa, which was predominantly Muslim.
Wow.
You know, and this, I was living there for almost 20 years before the crisis happened. And there's so much history. I didn't even realize how much history I had in Kaduna till I came back, and I was hanging out with OGs that were reminding me and all that. So I felt to add to the album, you need to make it epic, you know. So I'm shooting a documentary alongside it, and a couple of video shoots and all that. So all this is happening this December. So just watch out for Terry Rapman is like basically, you know, working on
so many
projects right now. Yeah.
So first off, you said 20 years anniversary. You get, and then you are looking this young. First off, you said before the crisis, you lived out there. You stayed at Angwandusa for like 20 years, and then you want to celebrate 20 years in the industry, and you're looking this young. Can you just please tell us the secret behind?
You guys good at math. Yeah. Yes, I am. Yeah, really. I'm actually far. I look far younger than my age, and for a long time now, there has been this debate going on, especially with my fans. Like, this guy doesn't age at all. You know, they even nickname me Vampire, and there's even a song on the album called Vampire actually. So watch out for that. I don't know what it is. I believe as Africans, there's this something they call it black magic, and I don't mean black magic in a very negative sense. Black magic is in our skin. We have been able to withstand heat. You understand? You know, say our weather is not as good as Yankee and everything. Everybody looks soft. You see them when they take their selfies, they look easy. But here, you know, we deal with the harshest weather conditions, even the harshest. You know, I mean, sometimes you wake up light, no day, and everything, and we still look good and everything. And I believe it's black magic, and it's actually something we should celebrate in Africa. You know, we have a very thick skin that, you know what they say, black don't crack. You know, you see somebody that is even looking, you know, a certain age, and he looks 10 times or younger. 15 times younger. You know, so I just thank God for that. I'm happy to be African at first, and from Nigeria, so black power, black magic. Yeah.
So Yaro Moody, C-Max Yaro Moody, I hope Terry has answered your question. And the next question, still from C-Max Yaro Moody, is asking if you are single and ready to mingle.
Yeah, I am really single, very single. I'm singular. That's the best way I can put it. I'm telling you, it's not by choice.
Wait, I don't understand. How would Terry the Rapman be single?
I don't know. I myself, I wake up
How is
every
that
day.
possible?
I look myself in the mirror. I'm like, why? You know, those early morning. You know, when you go just talk to yourself for mirror and everything. I hope to find that woman someday, and all hope is not lost. But I'm still very single. I don't know how it happened. Maybe in your pursuit of your purpose in life, you sometimes focus on some things more than others. And being in the entertainment business, I won't lie, I'm not that kind of person that sugarcoats things. The entertainment business is very hectic, it's chaotic, it's even that's even me putting it lightly. You know, you're always on the move constantly, especially when you're in Lagos and everything, and you only get to meet people that are within the entertainment circle.
Sure.
You don't get to meet the people outside it and everything, you know. And in the entertainment circle, it's very small. Everybody is looking for their own personal needs, selfish needs, and all that, you know. So I don't want to say that it's the wrong place to look for a partner, but it is not very easy when two people are into entertainment, and you know. So right now, I'm hoping that I'll see beyond the entertainment circle and everything. Maybe it could be in Kaduna, who knows? So I open, my line is available.
So KD girls, don't forget to shoot your shot. You know what I'm saying? He's single and ready to mingle. Show now the grab.
Yes.
So Seamark, thank you, and I hope he has answered your question. The next question from Sima Siaro Moody. It seems this guy is your big fan.
Wow, for real?
What motivates you and keeps you going despite the inner challenges no one sees?
I think, first of all, I love music. I don't know what I'll be doing if I wasn't into music. Music is not just a profession for me. It's not just where I build my brand around, and I use it as therapy as well. You know,
Okay.
Whenever I'm recording, I'm just telling my personal life story or venting. You know, it doesn't have to be anger always. It could be joy, it could be pain, and everything. You know, and music is the best way I can express myself.
Sure.
You know, I even express myself through music better than I even would do in an interview. You know, so I think that's why I was able to connect with a lot of fans, because there are a lot of people going. I just remember that I'm actually a human first before I became a star. And if I'm talking about my regular challenges, problems, there's somebody out there that's going through the same thing, and they were like, so Terry is just like us too, you know. And I think that's what connects me with my fans. So that's where I get my my ginger from. And apart from that, my environment too. You know, growing up in Nigeria alone can give you like 1,000 songs. You know, from talking about NEPA power, you know, shortage, to politicians always using us whenever it's time for elections, to see there's so many things you can talk about in Nigeria. It can go on and on. So I don't think you can run out of ideas. you know, and apart from that, I have to thank the Almighty God too for inspiration. You know, if He didn't give me that brain to be able to use even my negative situation, turn it to positive, you know. You know, it's actually a gift, you know. So I thank the Almighty God for that.
Yes, boss. So, this point I want to ask you my own question.
Yeah.
You know, you have lots of fans. You have lots of people who are really praying and hoping to be like you. Okay? And then we have the younger generation. Like you said, 20 years ago, it was not like this. We just had
if
few
you
rappers.
in that time, you don't become man. Yeah.
You know, we had just few rappers, and now like almost everybody in Kaduna is a rapper.
Yeah.
So what word of advice do you have for all your fans, the upcoming artists, and everybody?
I tell a lot of artists, there's no shortcut to success. Anybody where they tell you there's shortcut is scamming you. It's a big scam. You always gotta work hard. You can never, even in the Bible, I can remember the number of times that they always refer to hard work. You know, God can't just come from heaven and just bless you like that. You have to put in some work, and then He blesses what you have done. You know, so You always gotta work hard. Every time I'm recording in the studio, it's still like practice, because my next song I'm trying to make it better than the last one.
Sure.
You know, so it's practice always. The more you record, you know, don't be just lazy. We depend on that one hit for the next 10 years. Now you always got to keep challenging yourself. You know, there are new artists coming out. You got to when you notice that, you know, the sound has changed, you try to adapt to that. You know, people are not rapping the way they were 10 years ago like they are now, even 5 years ago. So you always got to, you know, keep evolving yourself and all that to stay relevant. If not, it's over for you and all that. So I've been able to do that over the years. I work with a lot of producers from, I have 17-year-old producers.
Oh,
I work with 17, as young as 17 to 20, 30, you know. So there's a whole, on my album, there's like a lot of experiences, a lot of things put inside the album, so that it appeals to different people for different backgrounds, age, and environments. So.
Okay, Terry the Rapman, thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate. And before you go, you're going to do one thing for us. It's like a culture for us. When you come here, you have to jump on something. You have to give the fans something. So, fellas, it's Terry the Rapman. And if you know freestyle, man, this show no complete. You don't understand. Listen to him, because it's going to blow your mind.
Terry the Rapman. It's the legend of Joe Spasm. 2020, y'all. Album coming out soon. Croc City, what's up? And Wandusa, what's up? Yo, it's the Aquarian, so his lyrics are know the whole water. An MC you once no porter by cold slaughter. Your whole style, I'm so heartless, I flow flawless. Chorus or no chorus, they felt by your daughter, so don't start her. Better trust me, you don't wanna. Don't say I know one, you just cut for one corner, cause you know I'm gonna be rich like Ted Turner. The head turner, the best warmer, I bless runners. Rhymes you ain't heard of, I smack on my rivals. Cycle with a rifle by the jack song like Michael. Hand on the Bible, promise to tell the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth, I'm telling you. Backstabbers wanna pierce Brosnan, I fears nothing. They don't wanna see the evil doctor pressing the red button. Backstabbers wanna pierce Brosnan, I fears nothing. They don't wanna see the evil doctor pressing the red button. What? Yo, it's your boy Terry the Rapman, representing for Croc City, y'all. It's the Burnout sessions, y'all. Croc City, and Wandusa, where you at? Woo. It's the legend of Joe Spasm. Album coming out soon, 2020, y'all. Boys are not smiling. Boys are not.
Yo, you just heard from Terry the Rapman. I told you he has fire in his vocal cord. Now you go judge by yourself. You understand what I'm saying? And then if you think say he no go drop the lines, what were you thinking, sir? You understand? He is Terry the Rapman. And then we have come to the end of our show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And then we will be dropping episodes every Saturday on JKTV 10 a.m. Thank you. And then for more sponsorship and adverts, you can call the number on your screen. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much, Terry. We really appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
It was an interesting interview. Glad to be on the Burnout. That's what it is. Terry the Rapman, aka Joe Spasm. Watch out for the album dropping soon. The legend of Joe Spasm. I promise not to disappoint. 2020. Boys are not smiling.
And we